Alright, everyone. Here we are back with yet another month of what I played. This is for April, as you might guess. And we start the month off on the 10th, where I finished Red Dead Redemption 2 for PlayStation 4, which was pretty good. Not as good as Red Dead Redemption, the original, but still a very good game. And actually had a really long epilogue where you play as John Marston, and it serves as a direct prequel to the first game. And actually, I found the epilogue that lasts for like 6 hours more enjoyable than the main game, which was actually like a little campaign that I think most companies would have released as DLC. So, it's nice of Rockstar to just have that pre-included. And for anyone wondering, I have no interest in Red Dead Redemption 2 multiplayer, nor will I comment on it, because I'm probably never touching it. Anyway, moving on to the 14th, we have Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 remaster. I played the PS2 version, back in the day, so to speak, and this version is definitely worth playing. It's a much enhanced, very beautiful looking game, with pretty much identical gameplay. I don't believe anything was changed gameplay-wise. At least I didn't notice anything. It was, however, very short. I remember, the original PS2 version taking longer. Now, maybe it's because, I had no pre-knowledge of anything. And I pretty much still had to figure everything out, because it's been many years since that original version of the game. But it just seemed really short, and much easier than I remember. But you know what? You can get it for $20 most places, and I definitely recommend, if you've never played it, to pick it up. Next, on the 15th, one day later, finished Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker for the Switch. And I've been playing this game basically whenever I'm watching something on TV for the last several months. A lot of times when I was watching Gotham and the Orville, I was playing Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker at the same time. It's an awesome game where it's you play as one of the little mushroom people from the Mario games, and you can't run or jump. You have to kind of puzzle out how you can get from point A to point B with moving platforms and avoiding enemies and things. I didn't think it was going to be any good, but this game really hooked me, and I really loved it. I understand it was originally a Wii U game. From my understanding, the Switch version is the better way to play it. I also understand there's a 3DS version, and I'm actually curious if that's any different or not. I haven't really looked into that. I'd like to find that out, because if it's more different levels, I would love to get it. If it's just the same levels but in smaller resolution, then yeah, no interest. Now back on the PS4, we have Gravity Rush on the 21st. And I picked up Gravity Rush 1 and 2 on a PS Store sale a while back. And this first game was fairly short, but good. Part of the reason it seemed short, though, was it really could not put it down. You play as a woman that has gravity control powers. And there's a lot of trippy, surreal things in the game. And I actually will probably play through this one again at some point. And, I haven't started Gravity Rush 2 yet, but this game really made me want to play it. I understand it was originally a PS Vita game, and yeah, I don't own a PS Vita. It's one of the very few pieces of hardware I don't own or have a way to otherwise play with. So got the PS4 version, which was worth it. Okay. Moving on. We have also on the 21st, funnily enough, was Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, the Xbox One version. Which, anyone that doesn't know, it's like an indie game that plays a lot like a old school 8-bit Castlevania game. And was a lot of fun, and here again, I've just been slowly picking away at it. Doing a level here, a level there. And happened to finish it. And it was really good. It's cheap, and if you have any appreciation for old school Castlevania, you should definitely check it out. I understand there's a sequel to this that's either just come out or about to come out. And I'm kind of psyched for that. So, we'll probably hear from that game later on in a few months. Next, we have the first ever TurboGrafx-16 game to be in one of these videos, and that is Splatterhouse, which most people think of that as a Genesis game, but actually it was originally an arcade game, and then was on the TurboGrafx-16 before getting a port to Genesis. And there's some slight differences between this and the Genesis version. But if you like horror and you like old school platforming beat 'em ups, definitely worth playing. And definitely recommend that one. And I beat that on the 25th, if I didn't already say that. Anyway, on the 26th, we finished Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. Twilight Princess is my personal favorite of the 3D Zelda games. I've only ever played the GameCube version. I've never played the Wii version. So as you can imagine, playing the HD version on the Wii U was actually a pretty big step up, graphically at least. I don't believe there was any gameplay differences. I didn't 100% it or anything, I was just playing to the end, because I just like the whole style of that game, the whole look, everything about it is very satisfying. And then finally, on the 27th, we have R-Type Dimensions EX for the Switch, which is R-Type 1 and 2, and you can play them in the original graphics, or you can play it in like modern enhanced 3D graphics, and you can switch with the press of a button, like a lot of modern re-releases do these days. It was worth playing. I beat both R-Type 1 and 2 on this using infinite mode, which means you just have endless lives. So it only took like an hour to beat both of them. Which, yeah, I did it on infinite mode. No, I don't think I'd ever beat them if I actually did it, like, with legit. Although I'd argue, since these were both arcade games, you could have effectively had infinite mode if you just had enough quarters. So I think this may have been the intended way to actually finish these games. And that's it for April. I'll be back, in another month. Might be some videos in between now and then. Recently got paid for a job in the form of a new 2DS XL, so I now have 3 ways to play 3DS software for some reason. It's weird how life works out sometimes. But anyway, you people have a nice day.